at the end of the day, everybody wants to be at this level. You train your guys, you teach them different technique, different fundamentals in order to be able to make it here and play on Sundays. So what I told my guys when I left, I was like, listen, guys, at the end of the day, I'm on the other side of the fence now. I'll be able to reach back at certain times, certain instances, and pass on information, whether it's to my GAs about things that, guys at this level are looking for, whether it's GMs or DCs or head coaches. And you just want those guys to be able to make it to this side of the fence. So I felt like it was up to me to take that step, and I took it. And it's been an awesome couple of days. I think you got to set a standard first in order to be able to jump to where you want to be able to go. You've got to set a standard. And the way that I set a standard is I tell my guys, match me. You've got to match me. As hard as you're going to play is as hard as I'm going to coach. And I might even exceed that in my coaching. So if you want to play with a high amount of motor and violence, you've got to match the amount of motor and violence that I coach with. And violence doesn't have to be a bad term in a coaching way. I'm just violently communicating with you in a positive manner. I'm violently sprinting from point A to point B, and I'm violently making sure my point gets across so you're able to absorb that and you're able to play through it. So the guys are going to have to match me this year, man.
I've seen something that when the college football season ended, you were starting to think, okay, maybe this might be the year I make that jump, or at what point did it start to become a little bit more of a reality?
I watched guys that I played with go on to have really good careers at this level. I played with guys like Antoine Winfield Jr. and Carter Coughlin and Boye Mafe, and just watching those guys and the things that they've done, I said, I want to get to that level. And I might not get there as a player, but I might be able to get there as a coach. Then you watch Nick Rollis go do it, and he's a younger guy who's just kicking butt, and he's dominating, and he's detailed, right? And everything that he does is calculated. And I'm different from him a little bit, just my personality. I'm a little bit of an Energizer bunny. He's got juice, right? But he's stoic. So that's where we're kind of different. But I think the way that he thinks and the way that I think are on the same alignment. So being able to watch him methodically go through this process and then become a defensive coordinator honestly inspired me. So when he gave me that call and was like, hey, dude, you want to take a shot at this thing? I was like, heck yeah, let's knock it out of the park. And then we just got after it and it rolled on from there. This dude, Coach JG, right? He pushes me to make sure I bring my juice every day. Even it's 5 a.m. in the weight room, and I might be checking my phone in between a set, and he'll be like, oh yeah, Debo's not a juice guy. Debo's not a juice guy. We thought we hired a juice guy. We hired a guy with low energy. Debo's not I'm like, Coach, I'm checking my phone. He's like, excuses, I don't want to hear it. And then he like sprints up and gets on the bike, and he's like, so watching him, I'm like, holy crap. But the first time we got on the phone, I felt it. And I was like, okay, I want to get around people like that. I want to work for people who push me to my purpose and my potential like he does. And being able to watch him do the things that he does, or even like yesterday, he comes in my office, he sits down and he talks to me for 30 minutes. That's a head coach of an NFL club, guys. I'm humbled and I'm appreciative that he wants to be that personable, right, with the guys on his staff. And he just pops in different offices and he's like a little Energizer bunny and he's getting around, but he's teaching and he's coaching and he's doing things just through general conversation. So I'm excited to get around him. I'm going to get after him in the weight room tomorrow, though, right? So I think that's the most important thing.